does DJ stand for?
DJ stands for disc jockey. Hey, let me tell you about it. It starts like this. Get yourself some records. There you go. There's some good ones over there. Then to get yourself some turntables. Now this just happens to be one. And now I have in my day preferred the Vestax, although the traditional one is the Technics 1200. Yes, this is flopping around because this thing broke. So what we're going to do here in a minute is I'll get my other turntable, I'll get a mixer, and I'll teach you how to put them all together. Is that okay, honey?
Yeah.
Alright, so step one, we like to call get all your stuff together. So what we have are some records. You'll need at least one in order to play a record. Turntable, another turntable. You know, most people have two. That's kind of traditional, but if you have one, that's okay too. And you need a mixer of some sort. Now, if you're not doing a DJ setup, you don't have to have a mixer. You can have a receiver, like in a traditional stereo system. The bottom line is that it has to have a ground. So what these are, these little things, you'll plug the ground into that, if you will. Next, I'm going to situate all this, but how you organize it all is completely up to you. Next step. All right, so now you will see that I have my chosen turntable DJ setup here. As I mentioned, you can have that organized however you'd like. The next step is to find all the cables and pull them all out. So for instance here, and for each turntable, you have a set of RCAs, the red and the white, and which is stereo, left and right, red being right most of the time. Then you have some sort of other little wiry thing, let's see, called the ground, right? So this is like a ground. That's not normally how it looks, but sometimes if the end part falls off, all you end up with is a wire, and that's okay. This is real life. This is with equipment that's seen some days. So the two steps you need to do next is to plug in the RCA cables into one side of the back of the mixer, and also the ground cable into the ground part of the mixer. So let's do some of that. So as you can see here, especially if you zoom in here and do the HD versions, all mixers at the back are different. This one says line 2, which is for a line signal, which is something like a CD player, or if you want to plug your iPod in or whatever else. Phono 2 is what we're looking for, a phonograph, aka a turntable. Phono 2 is for the second channel of the mixer. Phono 1 is for the first. So I'm going to put this one, which will end up being on my left side, that turntable over there, in 1. Put this turntable's contents in 2, as far as the stereo and then the ground, and we will be ready to roll. So with the stereo, as I mentioned before, red and white is left and right signals. Again, every mixer is different. Sometimes it's vertical, sometimes it's horizontal. This one's horizontal. R and L's left and right. Put the red in the R, white in the L on the phono 2 line. Now for the ground, as I mentioned, the end of this, which sometimes looks like a little C, which would have been easier to kind of put around this section, is not there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to either slide this through a hole which is in there, which is the case in this system, or if you don't have a hole back there that you see, you can bend it around the piece and then tighten it. Now since that's more common, as far as a quick fix, I'll do that. But basically the idea is you need to get the metal connected in there and then screw it so that it's metal touching metal some way, and through that you will not have a humming sound. And maybe for that reason I will demonstrate what that humming sound would sound like. So for now we have one turntable connected to one mixer, and we will show you what that sounds like. Don't worry about this flashing thing, that's just an element of this mixer. But you have, everything's plugged in, you know, power is on in both pieces, which is important for you to know. Some techniques and stuff have a little thing you turn to turn it on, but you should learn that yourself, how to turn on your equipment. As far as making this all work, we pick up the needle with the cartridge and all that already in it, let it go, make sure that the mixer's all where it needs to be. If you have any specific questions about that, let me know, but we're ready to go. Clean sound, no hum. Okay? Good to go. Now we're going to jump over to the other side, have it ungrounded so you can hear what that would sound like and understand that there would be a problem. Hear that hum coming out of the speaker? That means it's not grounded. So if you hear that, that's what your issue is. Now what do I mean by that is that I have the RCA plugs in, the left and right, but this is not plugged in. This little cable here, boom. As you can tell, a little wire piece. So now what I will do is plug this down in here, wrap it around it, tighten it up. See how even doing that you can hear it go away. It's all electricity. We'll do that and we'll be rocking. Boom. We're rocking. No more ground issues. Everything's ready to go. That's how you set up your turntables. Other issues that you might have regarding weird sounds could be if the cartridge in the needle cartridge, the connectors were not clean. You might have some more sounds. So sometimes you got to wipe these or clean them off with stuff, and then kind of screw it back in there. Now most good turntables have the ability to unscrew the cartridge, but we're not going to talk about everything right now. There you go. Happy turntable listening. Enjoy your records. Loud Owl.